Hey, hey, hey everyone, and welcome to this week's One Piece chapter review. This week's chapter was chapter 776.
My name is Sonia.
My name is Sonia. How are you today? I sound like some sort of a news reporter. Alright, getting on to One Piece. Alright, so this week's chapter. It was a longer chapter, thank goodness. The last couple chapters have only been like 14 pages or somewhere around there, and it's been getting a little, not annoying, but just like, come on, I want some more. It opens with Frankie and the Tontatas destroying the factory. Then it goes on to the battle between Krios and Diamante and Robin and Rebecca all up on the Flower Hill. I really enjoyed this chapter. For a lot of reasons. Obviously, we're coming to the end of this arc. Like, it's getting really close. We all can tell it's really easy. I think Diamante was like the last major executive that had to be defeated, obviously after Doflamingo. And I think Treble is still kicking. I'm not sure. I know that Law like sliced him into bits and was like, hey, you can't come back from this, basically, unless someone puts you back together. And I don't think anyone put him back together, and I'm wondering if the effects of Law's attack are still carrying through. We don't really know. It was very unclear. So, for all we know, Treble might not be able to be put back together. Oopsies. One thing I really enjoyed about this chapter was Oda's ability to make Diamante look incredibly insane. Because, I mean, I don't know about you, but he just, to me, there was just this incredible like mask of insanity that was very apparent in his entire character for this chapter. It was like, this guy is fucking insane. So something worth mentioning is how determined Krios is to like end Diamante, because it's a little not. I mean, I totally understand where he's coming from, because, I mean, I'd probably be pretty pissed, too, if someone, came into the country I lived and destroyed... and you... hide your kids, hide your wife. I mean, but I'd be pretty upset, too, if someone just came into my country and, killed a bunch of people and took over the monarchy. I'd probably be pretty upset. But, obviously this is One Piece and people are able to withstand incredible amounts of physical damage. Like, literally spiked steel balls were raining from the sky that would kill a normal person, and Krios is sitting there taking hundreds of them. Just straight on. Just taking it. I mean, it's impressive. It's really impressive that he has that much determination to live and to defeat Diamante, and I mean, I think it can speak for everyone. I think the entirety of the fans of One Piece can agree that it was very impressive. Also, another thing that was brought up in this chapter, again, that was previously sort of touched on, was Krios's not determination, but his sort of efforts to keep Rebecca from hurting or injuring anyone throughout her entire life, which was stated as being successful, so, that's a plus. So she was able to keep the promise to her mother and avoid hurting or injuring anyone throughout the entirety of this arc, which is very impressive, considering that almost everyone has been trying to kill her entire life. So, also small little thing, not really small, because, I mean, Robin's always impressive, is Robin's incredibly fast thinking, creating an umbrella out of sunflowers in order to shield them from the spiked steel balls that were falling from the sky. That was really impressive. I mean, I can't be the only one who found that really impressive. Like, who would have, like, I can't imagine that if I or anyone else was in the same position that they would have just been like, oh, I'm going to make an umbrella out of these sunflowers. That's the thing to do. But obviously it worked, and Robin's a genius. Like, everyone already knew that, but I just wanted to comment on that right quick because I love Robin and everything about her. One thing I did want to talk about more was Rebecca. Even though I really love Rebecca and I think she's definitely a character that, you know, deserves respect, and has fought like her entire life to gain respect or at least gain, um, not admiration, but, you know, just not have people hate her. Um, there comes a time, like especially during battle, when your dad is like literally putting his life on the line for you, that you need to kind of calm down and just like let him do his thing. And I understand it adds drama, it adds, you know, effect of like, oh shit, what's she gonna do? Is she gonna run out in the spiked steel ball rain? I don't know. But I was just slightly annoyed with her character at that point in time. I was like, calm down, Rebecca. You don't need to be freaking out. I mean, I understand your dad's life's in danger, but he's doing this to save your entire country. So stopping him is kind of counterproductive. Those were like the main things that sort of happened this chapter. Besides that, it's very easy to tell that this arc is kind of coming to an end because that was, I think Diamante, I think I might have already stated it earlier, but Diamante is, I think, the final executive besides Doflamingo and Treble. And I'm almost positive, or at least I'm really hoping, that next chapter we get back to Law and Luffy, because that's what I really want to see. I want to know if Law's arm is okay, because it's not like he's been sitting there for 3 months with no arm. Or at least 3 months our time. It's been like 2 minutes probably their time. Anyway, also one thing I've been kind of curious about is where, you know, where did Sabo and Koala go? Where are all the revolutionaries? Where did they take off to? They just kind of disappeared. I can't remember the last time we saw them. It was a little while ago, but I don't remember what actually happened. I should probably look that up, but I don't feel like it. Another thing that I'm curious as to whether or not it's going to happen during the battle or after the battle is the healing of Usopp or anyone else with Princess Manchury's healing food powers, because that's obviously something that is going to be helpful after the battle. It could be helpful during the battle, especially with Law's arm, but seeing as to the fact that I don't know if Leo was there or any of the other Tontatas that helped him rescue the princess, but seeing as to the fact that Princess Manchury is with them, she might be destroying the factory also, which would not be of any aid to anyone who actually needs healing. So I'm really curious as to see what's going on with her. Even though she was recently introduced, I really want to know more about what's going on with her character at the moment, because I think she's definitely a really important player in this arc, even though we haven't seen her up until now. Anyway, getting on to something that I actually really want to talk about, and that is Law and Luffy's impending battle with Doflamingo. Even though they've already been battling with Doflamingo on and off, and we've seen clips of them, you know, fighting with him on and off throughout the past couple months. I am very, very excited to get back to them, and I'm thinking it's probably going to happen either next chapter or the chapter after. I can't really think of anything else that would be in the way of getting to them and their fight, besides maybe going back to like Koala and Sabo, or maybe he's going to go back to Zoro and Pika, because I don't think. Oh, right. Pika's another executive that hasn't been defeated yet. I totally forgot about him. So maybe he's going to go back to them first before going to Doflamingo and Law. That would probably make sense. So that's probably what next chapter is going to be, even though I would really like to see Doflamingo and Law and what they're doing. So yeah, that's pretty much all my opinions on this chapter. If you guys have any opinions you would like to share with me, I would love to hear them. So you can comment, you can like, you can subscribe. I would love it if you did the last one. That'd be great. And I will see you next week. Also, don't forget, you can leave any sort of suggestions you have for me in the comments below, and I will read them all, because I really want to have a nice sort of little community where we can sit and chat about One Piece and just be happy One Piece fans. So I will see you guys next chapter.